I'm about to park, so I'm at the hospital again. Visiting dad. Well, I'm actually just dropping off stuff today because I have to run errands for him um, before I go home and start my writing work. So today I did not make him a green juice. I made him close. Hopefully, I can find a park because this thing be, boy, these people, boy, I tell you, you be a lot of people out here. And it's Wednesday. Let me see if I can get this park right here. Hopefully, they're backing out. hmm Please pay attention. So, yeah, I guess I'll just be hanging out just for a little while today. I do have a question that I was looking at. It was weird today that I woke up this morning and I just start getting these little like downloads of things to make little posts about. And if you look in the community, um, the post, you'll see them. And I just kept hearing these things over and over and over. And I'm gonna put you right here real quick. Look up at the ceiling for a little bit. Yeah, I'm about to back in. So, ooh, all it takes is a little patience sometimes. You'll get the right spot, you know? I always say I'm always in the right place at the right time and everything happens for my good. I keep saying that because it does. I really do believe that. And once you say it so long, it really does become a part of you. And that's why I'm always telling people get you some words that's going to empower you. Because when I'm feeling like apprehensive about something or just you know scared to move forward, I don't move in fear. I always have my words that empower me. I teach them to my kids and I say this every life. When you continue to say these things about yourself, you're going to believe them and they're going to move you forward. So, like I said, I'm always in the right place at the right time. Everything happens for my good, even when I don't see the good. I am divinely guided, directed, and protected. And if there is danger, I am far from it. And I believe in those words. Those are my words. Those are my prayers over myself. I'm Jay Chatfield. How you doing? Come on in. Now, I saw a post today that talked about should your partner's past matter? I don't know. What do you guys think? Should your partner's past matter? Because from my understanding, it should matter, but it should matter in a different way, not in the way that people think it is. So, what do you think? Because this is Loving Yourself to Life. We are talking about ourselves. We are putting the microscope on ourselves. We are saying to ourselves that we matter and that what we desire in our hearts was given to us divinely. And if you desire a partner, should their past matter? So I want to hear it. I see some people in the chat. Hi, Stephanie Mays, 8129. How are you today? So I look at this question as when you go buy a car, does it matter what happened to that car before you buy it? When you go buy a house, does it matter what happened to that house before you buy it? So yes, your partner's past should matter, but it should only match where you are needing to evolve and be pushed into your purpose. How do you know that? How do you know that? Right? These are the things that we are not taught as we grow. Most people are taught to look at a person from the outside and say, oh my gosh, he's fine, she fine, this bodying, or whatever. They're taught to look at the superficial things, the things that they have identified and attached themselves to, but they don't ask a person, have you had time? Have you taken the patience and the time to heal yourself? Like, nobody really asks those questions these days because people are picking partners based on what other people think that they should pick a partner on, just so they can show somebody that they have somebody, or to feel a void in their life, because that's why people pick people in the first place. Because I tell people all the time, I chose my husband based off my trauma. And that was it. 25 years ago, when I was in my car, I was praying for my husband to be something that I didn't have when I grew up. And that's how we got together. Now, when I met my husband, I did not know his past, because what I wanted to know was, can you fulfill this hole in my life? Thank you, Emerson Jernigan. I wanted him to fill this hole in my life with not being raised by my father and not really having the discipline. I didn't know that. I didn't know that I lacked the discipline. So I chose someone that was disciplined, that was family oriented, because that's what I wanted. But I didn't ask for anything else. So when I saw that he was these things, I was like, okay, that's my husband. Well, actually, he chose me because he said he wasn't going to get married, but I used to always tell him, oh, you ain't met the right one. I guess I'm the right one, baby, because we've been married for almost 24 years. So when you're talking to your partner, when you're talking to people, and when you're getting to know them, it is important to understand where their past has led them to the present. What decisions they have made based on their path to get here. Because if you don't know, you really won't know where they're going. And if you're in a healing process, you're going to have someone that will not have the patience to heal with you. And see, that's what gets me when people are talking about, hey, I want somebody that's got it together and that they're doing these things and these things. If that doesn't match your energy, you're not going to get that. Because the next person that you get with, think about it like this. If you're asking for a person to do something for you that you haven't done yet, the next person or thing that you attract will push you into the person that you need to be for what you're asking for. That's the bottom line. Either that is going to happen, or you're going to go through a series of events in your friend life, in your faith life, that's going to turn you into that person, because you have now put it out there that this is what you want and this is who you want to be. So now there has to be a series of events that happen to you that make you into what you asked for. So if you attract a partner that has a lot of undercover trauma, you're going to need to go and sit with yourself. You're going to need to go and say, what the hell do I got going on that this person has come into my life like this? Like, what is going on? And if I'm going to sit down and take care of these things, we're supposed to be looking at each other like mirrors. Now, it's not judging, but just like I said, if you're going to go buy a car, you want to know if that car's been in an accident. You want to buy a house, you want to know if that sucker got some foundation issues, because you're going to be intentionally putting your time, your mind into these things. That is the same as a relationship of anything. So when you meet these people, you really need to be like, okay, let's sit down and have a talk. I heard a guy said that he didn't want to talk to his date. What are you doing? He didn't want to be, he was tired of talking. He just wanted to find the one. So that, you know what that tells me about that young man? That he don't know how to sit with himself. He does not know how to listen to himself. That he listens to other people when it comes to making a decision. If a person tells you that if they're dating you and you guys are out there, I just don't talk that much. That's how their life is with themselves. I guarantee you. Because if you are having an open dialogue with yourself, you should be able to articulate what is going on and how you feel about a person and what are the things that you would like to see. Let's take expectations out of it, because I can't expect something from you when you were raised in a different place and time. And people say, "Oh yeah, well they're supposed to know this common sense." People weren't raised with the same common sense. They just wasn't. It's just something, because I meet people and I'm like, and then they're like, "Well, don't you take baths every 5 days?" I I wasn't raised like that. Like, but see, and again, this is where people walk into things and they have these expectations in place. Remember, your expectations come from your experiences. So you can't judge another person by your expectations. You can only talk about them and tell them, "Hey, look, this is what I'm used to. Can we come together and figure out a way to meet each other halfway?" Because that's what people don't want to talk about. People don't want to talk about changing themselves in order to fit the situation. Changing yourselves for the better. Most people want to stay the same. Most people want what they want and they stay the same. And then when they get it, that's not really what they wanted, because again, you haven't really evolved into the person that you're supposed to be, and then they lose it, and then here they go on the internet like talking like, "I tried and oh my gosh." That's because you wanted to stay the same. And guess what just happened, which they don't realize, is that whatever they're crying about has changed them. It has changed them. Now it could change them for this way, or it could change them for that way. It could change them for here or there, but that's up to you to understand that. No one should be able to tell you more about you than yourself. No one. Because I study this person that you see. I study her, and I always internalize the things that I want to know about and that I feel. When my husband, he comes home and we're talking, I'm always thinking about me and what I'm doing in this moment and how I'm thinking, so that it doesn't come off on him as something that I'm projecting, right? And then I'm able to listen to him with a level playing field, or a level listening field, if you want to say that. So when people look at this, first of all, thank you so much for watching. I am in gratitude that you chose to listen to my live today. Not all of them are short or long. It just depends on who comes on and wants to have a conversation, which I'm open to that. So I am grateful that you stopped by. And I also want you guys to just dig more into yourself, get more acquainted with who you are. And when you do that, you will definitely attract and bring those people into your life that are like you or better. And I'm going to say better, meaning that they have already gone through some of the steps that you are going through. So I want you guys to understand that you are loved, and you are loved by yourself. Sit down, like I say, or get in a space where you can hear, because I like walking, and when I'm walking, I learn a lot about myself. I got my headphones here. I'm getting ready to walk right after this live. So I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys have a great day. As always, do something for you that only you will love. Have a love yourself day.